Welcome back. Welcome back. All right. Going to be doing a 1 hour sniper rifle hunting here at Land of the Morning Light because I am a full-time life skiller now. We'll also be listening. I'm still a couple episodes behind. Oh wow, the Eagles just scored. That was quick. 24-19. 30 seconds. They literally No, I guess it's 15 minutes a quarter. So a minute and a half they scored. Anyway, we're going to be listening to the Old Moon Podcast, episode 69. Is the game turning around? So we'll see. See anything new. Let me get my my stuff ready though before we do that. Let me feed my pets. Feed teen. Actually, that's probably too much. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, I should have been using my seafood craw mill because that gives me another extra 100 weight and 25 life skill mastery. Oh, I'm such a noob. And gathering +2. Mm. I don't think my tent gives me anything though. Let me see. Just skill XP. Well, I guess this one gives you energy. I don't really care too much about energy recovery. Yeah, no, that's really important. I don't think there's really anything on here either for the most part. Yeah. All right. Well, let me repair. Okay, that's all repaired. There's my horsey. Oh, is there a guy over here already hunting? I thought I saw a white dot. Maybe not. I kind of like this layout better, or like this spot better because it's a little bit more flat for the most part. Well, I see some dead animals over there, but I don't see anybody. It's weird. Maybe I should change servers just in case. I don't want to grief anyone. AJ Brown's 67-yard touchdown pass. Like, how's that even happen? Jeez. Jeez. All right, let's see. Yeah, I feel like there's more mobs over here. Like, it looks like there's a boatload over here. But I don't like you're on a hill. I don't know. I don't know. We'll give it a shot. I guess we'll just stay over this way. All right. Let's look at the mastery. So 1236. Trying to think. So I have this on. I'll pop this. I'll pop that. And I think I should be good, right? This. And I think I should be good. Should be ready. I think. Yeah. All right, let's do it.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Old Moon Podcast, episode 69. Nice. All right, nice.
Got it.
Easy.
Easy.
First try. Oh my god, I messed up my camera. Oh. Wait, why am I still in spectate if my Nova's not leaning against the wall? BDO has no bugs, only features.
Whoa.
Only features. That being said, I am Blue Squadron,
Wait,
host as
I'm at
always,
Pet's all right.
Oh,
that was close. That was close.
Hello, it's me, Blonde Bear.
Bro, we gotta work on your.
And he likes to party.
Actually, he gets the worst
Likes to
party. I'm just gonna pull fake in on the next podcast.
Likes to party.
J-Kun.
Hi, my name is J-Kun. I'm an Awakening Wissawain, potentially Awakening Dosum.
Oh, come
in the
on.
future. I do a lot of endgame PvE content, such as Olens, the dungeons, and
Hey,
you can find
hey,
me
where you
live over
going?
Twitch.tv/JakenVT, V before the T.
Oh, missed that.
PoE.
Are you kidding me right now? Are you logged into Path of Exile right now?
No, I'm just managing my workers. That's all.
How did I miss that? I didn't miss that.
Blonde, are you logged into Path of Exile right now?
Yeah, I am struggling with my
Runescape.
shots today. Hey, don't be copying me, Blonde.
Okay, I think that
Even
Black
better.
Desert.
No.
I'm experiencing an amazing Black Desert feature right now. There we go. Okay, there we go. Awesome. All right, so there's a lot that's happened between the last patch and this one. I do want to say that our last podcast had some of the best engagement we've ever had, as we had our Doomer versus anti-Doomer, I'm already a Doomer discussion between Blonde and I, and Jay participated. Was great with that. And I just want to point out, I want to say thank you to everybody that commented and gave your thoughts on it. I also want to say thank you that, like, I would say that there were about 100 comments, all upvoted like 50, 60, 70 times supporting me. And there were probably about, 20 or 30 comments that were not so much upvoted at all that supported Blonde. So it was basically 50-50 support on either side of the fence. Like that, people just supporting Blonde and me almost equally. Like, I would win some, Blonde would almost win.
It's actually kind of surprising.
Really cool. Really, really cool. But today, we're actually going to talk about the 200% BSR reworks that everyone was so hyped about and definitely
So
asked
hyped.
for.
So hyped.
Really cool. I'm
so
curious,
hyped.
what are your thoughts on the 200% BSR reworks as PvEers? We'll start with Jay.
PvEers, the animations look cool. I think some of the rework animations look amazing. Like,
I wasn't about to shoot my horse. No, not at all.
Was my favorite, where
Not
she
at all.
hovers into the
Nope.
air, turns into this like big red
Nope.
vortex, and then she like
Not at
propels
all.
forward. The Kunoichi one was also particularly really good with all like the bouncing chakrams. And actually, for me, one in particular that I was a little bit disappointed by was, oddly enough, the one class that I played the most, which was the witch. Like, her,
I didn't even really
12%
watch him, to be
ultimate
honest with
like
you.
that?
I didn't. Yeah, it's one of the most iconic spells for BDO, right? The normal skill is like this 360 AoE lightning, right? That
Oh,
pulses from
no
the wish,
way.
and the 200% doesn't
What?
look like Voltaic Pulse. At least to me, it
Okay.
kind of looks like it should have been Lightning Barrage, the 200%, with the way they use like this lightning orb for it. It still looks great. It still looks amazing. I do like the detail that your lightning summon, Ted, he's helping you cast the spell, but it just doesn't look like Voltaic Pulse to me is my criticism for it. And so I don't know how usable it will be in PvE. Should I should I get into like the PvP side?
Jay,
Or should
Oh,
we
Jay,
my.
you realize
what?
that in PvE, in order to get, I'm so
Uh-huh.
sorry, in order to get to your
Go ahead.
200%, you
Yeah,
have to at least have the
there's a
three
lot of
set
compromises.
from the tongue, right? You
Yeah.
say compromises, you have to objectively grind worse by not having your devils
Yes.
equipped.
Mhm.
Right. So
So
no
Yeah,
one
it's
is
I'll
ever
it's
get to the
using this.
it's pretty
PvP
much
side
useless. It's
first.
Yeah.
pointless.
So let's look at the PvP side. Go ahead, Jay.
hmm So, as for utility and usage of the BSR, I do think a lot of certain classes will be able to make good use of the new rework. There's going to be three types of situations in particular that I think can utilize the 200% effectively. So, one, it's any class that has a full iframe during the 200%. So, from what I've seen, Wizard Awakening 200% has full iframe. Sorcerer's Succession has full iframe. Kunoichi Awakening, and they have full iframe. And it's a big AoE. So, that's the first type. The second type that I think will be very useful is any of the reworks that have massive range so that they can safely use their 200% from far away, even though it's a super armor. So that would be, from what I've seen, Succession Ranger or also Succession Striker with their sort of like Kamehameha attack. And then the third type that I think will be utilized is any class that has a fast 200% that also allows them to move while they're using their 200%.
Oh.
So from
Oh.
what I've seen, Awakening Warrior has that movement. He can like move like multiple
save on the
times during
pronoun.
his 200% to reposition. As for the others, the rest of the classes who have a slow animation rooted in place 200% will have a much tougher time utilizing the 200%. I feel like if that's the case for those classes, then their 200% should be made strong enough so that it's a kind of like a high risk, high reward
Oh, I
type
thought I killed
deal.
him.
I haven't used the 200%
Oh.
yet this patch. I don't know how people have been utilizing them, but those are my ideas of how people will be utilizing the other three types that I mentioned before. I think that
I probably should
if
watch him, huh?
the
I
classes
should
will be
watch the
rooted in
200%.
place, I think there should be like when I said high risk, high reward, it should
I
either be
just feel like
super
it's not going to be
hard or
used. Like, why
perhaps
would you
it
use it?
doesn't hit very hard, but
Like,
it's
what's
like
the
a big
point?
CC like component, like either like a big vacuum or some sort of utility, or maybe even perhaps I don't know if people would be interested in them CCing through super armor, but it just doesn't do damage. It's just like a massive CC tool, right?
Mhm.
And so those would be like the more utility parts of the 200% that I think will because when I think of long cooldowns, right, it's like you want to be using them. Yeah, you want to be using those long cooldowns at the correct time. But as mentioned before, in PVE, it's just like you have to compromise so much, right? You're just grinding overall worse. And I think the only time people would use the skill in PVE is if it was much more accessible, either allowing the usage of the 200% without needing the 200%, or having a way to achieve 200% without making a compromise in gear. Like, let's say if you're grinding mobs,
Okay,
you can reach
you
200%.
you
But
saw
if
that
you are
bot,
in
the
a
bear
PvP
fly, right?
scenario, killing players will not allow you to go over the cap or something like that. Would be potentially a way for them to make it usable in PvE. And it's still a 20-minute cooldown, so you can't even use it for more than 3 times an hour, right? Because of the 20-minute cooldown. So but yeah, otherwise in PvE it's still just only a visually appealing ability you can see in trailers if you don't participate in PvP. So
Okay, so yeah, no. On that note,
Mhm.
they changed all of like the damage numbers that went into the 200% as well.
Mhm.
And as we all know, the Succession Berserker 200% before was the best 200% in the game, hands
Mhm.
down. It just did so much damage. It was used in large scale PvP all the time. That was kind of Succession Berserker's identity, was to use 100 and 200%. Except it had a 30-minute cooldown before. Now it had a 20-minute cooldown, so Succession Berserkers were hoping that they were going to do a lot more damage. Fortunately, we have Czane that clipped this for us because they tested the damage when it came out here. Let's take a look at this.
It's probably a good thing. that it's not good.
Wow, much damage. Wow, big damage. Wow, couldn't even kill an archer. Couldn't even kill an archer. So basically, definitely couldn't kill the lawn here either. So like, basically useless. In this case, so you see the players laughing at it there. It's basically cooked at this point. At least as far as we can tell, in terms of overall damage, it's really not doing any damage. So I'll be honest with you. I don't mean to be the doomer, but you know what? I took on that identity in the last discussion, so I'll just go ahead and take it here too. I have no idea why in the hell they're even developing stuff like this.
Exactly.
If they're not even going to let us use it in game. Like Jay said, you can't use this in PvE. You cannot use this in PvE because you're going to be using.
Yeah, it's like a waste. It's just a waste of
right?
time and
You
resources.
need at least the 3 set effect from the tongue rad, plus I think accessories too, unless I'm mistaken. I think you need the accessories. I mean,
you need 5 set.
The artifacts.
200% baseline.
Well, you need the artifacts instead. So I think you can do 3 set plus
or you
artifacts.
Can use the artifact, yeah.
Yeah, but then you're crippling yourself.
But then you have to,
no,
you can't use the kabuas. Yeah.
So like you have to basically completely cook yourself in PvE. It's just totally dysfunctional.
For something you can only use every 20 minutes.
Yes,
too,
for something you can only use every 20 minutes, and it takes forever to cast. Sure, it gives you 2 times the buff, but like, let's be honest, the 100% is just better. It comes out way faster, and then it gives you half the buff, but it's up like way more frequently.
Yes.
So it doesn't really make sense to use in PvE. And then if you look over at PvP, they've nerfed the damage numbers. I mean, these skills look really cool. I'll hand it to them. The skills absolutely look awesome. They're just, especially like witches. What you gonna stand here? Hold up, where's the witch at? Hold up, let me just. I mean, I agree with Jay. I think it looks really cool. I think the witch's skill looks really cool. But please pay attention to the protection she's got here.
It's super armor,
she's just begging to have hands put all over those hips. Like it's absolutely, while she's casting, it's absolutely obnoxious. I mean, the only class that looks like they can get things off are like Awakening Wizard. Is great because it's an iframe the whole time. Valkyrie, we saw the Succession Valkyries one, and Succession Valkyries was like, okay, well that actually looks pretty cool. Maybe it's got something on the Awakening counterpart now, because Awakening is always just objectively better for any sort of group content. But the Succession one looks pretty good. Okay, that could do a tremendous amount of damage. And then you scroll down, and the Awakening one is just by far the best skill in the entire game because you're an iframe. It's a full suction that's massive, and then it does a tremendous amount of damage when you land. So there's really no way to stop it. It does a stupid amount of damage. You're an iframe, and it's a vacuum. Like, it just doesn't make any sense. It just doesn't make any sense. But like, we're still not sure if this does almost any damage. You'll notice it's got 95% PvP damage reduction, and basically all of them have over 90% damage reduction in PvP, which means that they're not going to do any damage in PvP. You can't use them in PvE. Why did we spend so much time? Who asked?
Yep.
Who asked?
Exactly.
But go ahead, Blonde.
I mean, the last like 3 lines you just said was going to be exactly what I said. Okay, cool. Like, you have to run a very specific build to run it in PvE, so no one's going to do that. And for PvP, it doesn't do any damage, so we don't want that. So what is the purpose of adding this function to the game? Either commit full send to like, this is an OP ability, you get to go full in.
It doesn't make any sense at all.
Make it
it's like a waste of resources.
So what was the point of developing any time into it? It's kind of absolutely nonsensical.
Again, they just have no direction. They don't know what they're doing.
Right in the last few bits.
And they don't listen to feedback.
Absolutely obnoxious.
It's crazy.
Looks cool.
Crazy.
That's great for cutscenes, YouTube videos, images, screensavers.
Trailers.
But trailers, but practicality. I don't think I've ever seen my scholar 200%.
Imagine literally trying to tape this to try to put it in a YouTube video. Okay, don't f this up, because if you do, we have to stand around for 20 minutes and wait for you to get your BSR back. You know what I mean? Like, it's absolutely obnoxious. Like, look, like 200% are cool, but I would rather them if at least, I thought they were going to make them useful, right? Like, I thought that was the whole point of reworking tongue grad accessories, right? I thought that was the entire point of doing all of these reworks, and they just don't look useful in either aspect of the game. So we're left wondering as players, like, how long did this take you? Because like PvP is kind of hurting right now, and like we could we could really use some better PvP features or just anything. Progression, PvP, PvE, anything. Instead, we got Dekia level 2. Where they forgot
Woo!
to update the Crescent Shrine. Like they literally the Crescent Shrine thing had exactly the same icon as the normal crescents.
Oh my.
Loot like mobs. They didn't even bother changing the icon until this patch here. Just a little obnoxious. Just a little obnoxious. So the second thing we wanted to talk about is this huge. I'll be honest with you, this kind of came out of left field. This is on the global app. These are down smash and just smash changes.
No, I didn't hear about this.
And this is really big.
What happened?
Balance wise, they are basically removing down smashes and air smashes and all types of smashes from most of the critical classes that were using them before. Things like Awakening Ranger, Zerker, basically all around. I think Mystic and Striker as well got hit pretty hard. Guardian also got hit as well. They basically just removed a lot of the down smashes and air smashes from those classes' abilities, which I think definitely for Ranger, at least for example, definitely changes a lot of the identity of the class. And they said they did this because the people were using down smashes instead of using knockdowns, and it was CC capping people. So they're taking the smashes off of the skills so that the bad players can use like normal CCs instead of down smashes to get the 2-second combo. It's just a really weird, kind of out of left field. What do you guys think about it, Jay?
I think the mechanic of down smashes and CC resets, it makes it feel very reminiscent of fighting games like Tekken or Street Fighter. I don't know if you've played those games, but I always tell my viewers who are new to BDO that if they enjoy fighting games, then they'll probably enjoy BDO, as it's kind of like an MMO version of those fighting games with how the combat feels. At least for me, that's
That's
what got
true.
me into BDO in the first place, with
Yeah.
how well made the combat system was. Definitely there are certain classes that benefit much more from down smashes over other classes, and particularly any fast class, because if you're a faster class, that's kind of to be expected. Like, a fast class would be more combo oriented, or a slower class would have a hard time comboing. But with the removal of a lot of the down smashes or altering of the down smashes, it makes it a little bit, I think it's called like skill expression. It's like they're kind of removing a little bit of that skill expression when it comes to utilizing those kinds of like CC resets and stuff like that. Air smashes too are a whole doozy. They're so difficult to also utilize. I'm wondering why they have certain abilities in the first place to have air smash. I don't know if they should like rework the whole air smash situation where there's more opportunities for classes to air smash. But for those viewers who don't know how air smashes work, I believe they only proc off float, right, while the player is in the air. And there's only very few classes that can float and then follow up with an air smash. I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head that can do that is like Ninja, but I'm just maybe thinking they can remove this. Maybe they should just remove this mechanic completely, because it's so difficult to pull off. So
Dark Knight.
What were you gonna say?
Yeah, Dark Knight has a lot of floats in its kit, and I'm fairly certain that Twilight Dash at least used to be an air smash. It might just be air attack damage. I could be wrong about that, but I'm pretty sure that was when you were supposed to use Twilight Dash, was when they were in the air, because it did 2 times or 2.5 times as much. Jay, you're not wrong. Air attack damage is extremely hard to pull off. It is the highest multiplier in the game, but it simply adds more complexity to an already complex system. I don't think that they should necessarily just remove air attack damage and air smashes. I think it's probably fine. It's just really hard
I have
to
no clue.
capitalize on. So like it would be
Can't comment.
better if we
It's very niche, I guess.
Yeah, if we knew how to actually use it. It's kind of like, how there's some abilities that say like counter on it. We still have
there's a counter mechanic. Oh my god.
We still have no idea what that means. Yeah.
All I know is that there's a counter on Dagger Stab for Witch and Wizard that I remember like trying to figure out what the heck it does. Because I was initially thinking back in 2018, does counter mean like if you use it while somebody's CCing you, you re-CC them back as like a parry or something like that?
That's what I thought too.
That was not the case. It was,
no, it's not.
I don't know. I still don't know exactly how it works, but there's a lot of like niche CCs in BDO too, like freeze. There's only a few classes that have freeze, like I think Nova and Witch and Wizard.
Close.
I don't know if there's any other class other than Nova and Witch and Wizard who have a freeze mechanic. And then what's the other one? A suction, like a vacuum
Wait,
mechanic.
why is he
There's
coming
a
after
few
me?
classes with vacuum mechanics, like
Yo, leave me
Nova, I
alone.
think
What are you doing?
Mystic. What else
I didn't
has a
hit you.
vacuum mechanic? But some sort of like displacement movement.
Sork's ultimate has a vacuum on it too.
mm,
I'm
I'm like wondering,
no
maybe
way.
should we maybe have more niche, like really cool, interesting niche CCs, like
Well,
I don't
here's
know,
the
like a
thing.
silence
I
or
would
something.
completely
Go
agree.
ahead.
I mean, no, yeah, Jay, I
Mm,
completely agree. I think they should have more stuff like that. I think that like
mm,
terrain blocking abilities and stuff like that, I think they're kind of cool
mm,
and they add identity to classes like Succession Nova's Nova
mhm,
Wall. And then they took it away. In like 2 or 3 patches ago, they literally were just out of nowhere. Like, by the way, Shy Bubble doesn't block you anymore, and Nova Wall doesn't block it
yeah.
either. So like they're just removing that kind of stuff from the game. I don't even really know. Again, to who asked, Blonde. What do you think about this whole down smash situation?
It feels like some guy on the Korean forums just really had a hate boner for some ranger and was just like, "Oh, I'm gonna type up this massive manifesto and I'm gonna get these down smashes removed finally." That's what it feels like. Because I mean, I know people have had some qualms with down smashes because it's not really a fun mechanic to be based around when you just down smash. Because nobody, I mean, do you guys run a full down smash resistance build? Like, it's just kind of like
No.
one of those silly mechanics that you run into when you run into a very particular class. So it's like, yeah, it's kind of
Well, it's
annoying if you're gonna know if you
RNG,
know you're gonna be
right?
fighting an ranger, and it's
Yeah,
like,
it's
yeah,
very
it's very
RNG.
RNG based, right? So it's like,
Mm,
this ranger could 10 duels in a row combo me to ad infinitum, or I'll just roll positive and beat them every time. So I feel like it's just like, I feel like we've communicated for a long time as a player base to remove like RNG from CC because there's already plenty of RNG from the
Yeah.
game, but there's also still like an element of like uniqueness and surprise to fighting and stuff like that. That I think that this is just one of those misinterpreted things of like, yeah, we want RNG removed from CC, and they immediately think, oh, down smashes, we gotta fix that, and it's like, no, I don't
Resistances.
think that's, yeah, I feel like it got lost in translation a little bit. I don't think they heard what we were putting down. So I think this is just one of those like cope responses of like, oh yes, we will address your concerns finally. No, this is, I mean, it's definitely annoying for whoever has a arch nemesis who's a ranger, but yeah, it's just one of those niche things you don't really come across too often, right? So it's just odd.
Yeah, it's
yeah,
just kind of
I'm
an interesting
thinking maybe
situation.
instead of having like more RNG CC situations, we have more niche CC situations. So, as I mentioned before, like silence could be a cool mechanic for a few different classes, and that would be their niche. And that I guess that would prevent using skills, but you can still use movement skills or something like that. Snares would be the opposite, where you can't use movement skills, but you can still use attacks. Maybe there's could be a sleep mechanic where it's like a long CC and sleeping targets take increased damage on the first hit, but you can't get like re-CC'd from it. And also, here's a really cool tidbit. If you eat an amanita mushroom, you can get this still works today, by the way. If you guys go buy an amanita mushroom and eat it, you get a buff called fear resistance for 30 seconds, which makes me think that a long time ago they had a fear CC mechanic that was considered in BDO at one point, which I think that would work like, your character would start uncontrollably running away from the target that feared it. And why do I know eating an amanita mushroom gives you fear resistance? Well, anyways, I think the
What?
CC
What?
system in BDO could definitely be expanded upon and open up more interesting ways to create new and dynamic ways to play the game, and you could open up more like again more for sure ways of CC rather than just RNG ways of CC. So
I had enough of fears when I got
fear.
feared by fiddlesticks in League of Legends. I do not like fear as a mechanic. It makes
Warlock,
me lose
baby.
control of my character. Really annoying.
Would do fear all
Very
the time with
frustrating. But I
Warlock.
wouldn't mind things like again like Nova Wall, um,
Mhm.
Shy Bubble. If Mystic like surfed on her dragon and brought like a tidal wave through everyone and it knocked a bunch of people up in
Mhm.
the air or something, I was kind of hoping that was the direction they were going to go in with some of the 200%. You know what I mean? Like something like that. Big impactful
Mhm.
skills. But I suppose you don't really need stuff like that since large scale PvP is dead. You don't ever need to worry about
True.
people having to make plays. You know what I mean? You don't need to ever worry about developing that content anymore. Kind of a win-win for everybody. Okay, so let's think a little bit about this new abyssal skill and how obnoxiously long this took to get out for Scholar. We literally released a Dosa, and Scholar still wasn't finished yet. wrap your head around that for a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Scholar just got her abyssal skill, and it actually
Wait,
looks really
really?
good for the 8 people that
Are you
going to be running this
serious?
class. But like, it looks really, really good. But like, I think they added it kind of as a flow.
I don't even know how that,
and in
that
fairness,
class even
Dark
plays,
Matter
to be
is
honest with
also
you.
kind of a flow, and I think that's just the direction that they're going in with this stuff. So like, I don't know. What do you guys think about the new abyssal skill and just like abyssal skills in general?
I think the abyssal skills were initially introduced to try and add a utility tool for a class, but a lot of them are kind of poop. And the one I saw for Scholar was basically not a utility tool, but another, flow attack that seems to seamlessly fit into the rest of her kit, which is not the case for a lot of other classes, which is awesome for her, but what the heck for the other classes? And it kind of makes me think, like, should we maybe, should some of the more useless skills or less common skills be completely reworked or perhaps even trimmed out and maybe even re-added within the current skills? So for example, dagger stab, right, from Witch and Wizard. Nobody uses a skill, and your abyssal skill replaces the keybind for it. And so the only way to use dagger stab alongside your abyssal skill is to manually put it on your hotbar. And so I'm like thinking, instead of removing dagger stab and also instead of just having it in the game for nobody to use, let's put it on magical evasion. So let's say you forward dash and you also dagger stab at the same time, which it still does have a CC component to it. It has a stiff CC in PvP. So if you wanted to, you could maybe engage with a forward magical evasion, and you also did a stiff CC alongside it. So that would be an example of like trimming the ability and then re-implementing it. I guess you're baking it into other abilities, which kind of makes, actually, now to think about it, they kind of did that with SQ, right? With Earth's Calling for Witch in Awakening. I keep using Witch as an example because I just know Witch so well. But they put Earth's Calling, they baked it into Fissure Wave, so now it just does it with Fissure Wave and just auto casts it. And I feel like they could do that a lot with all of the older classes, older abilities that just don't have like all their useless skills. They could re-implement it in that way. But I don't know. Maybe, I guess some people could argue that having bad abilities could teach a player, hey, use
Hey,
that
Crystal
and
of
use it for their
Destination,
other abilities
baby.
instead. But at the same time, if
Easy
it's just like
700
good
mil.
abilities
Easy
and useful
700 mil.
abilities, they'll just use them regardless. So yeah, I'm thinking, like, again, like the abyssal abilities, some of them are
Yo,
really good,
what up?
some of them are really bad. I feel like the really bad ones, I'm just like Wusa. I think
Mallory?
Wusa is
Hope I said that right.
pretty
What
good
up?
example of like
Hope you're having a good night.
nobody uses the Wusa freaking abyssal skill. It's just, I don't know if they even thought about putting any thought into creating it, but it's
You know
so,
what? I think I did the
What's really
wrong
bad? Oh, Woos's is
it's
really
really bad. It's
Megu's
thing.
Is,
Yeah.
Megu's is like usable in PvP,
For
but like
Mhm.
it's not gonna be using PvP very
Okay,
much.
so for those who
yeah,
don't know
she
what
said
the
it correctly.
Wusa abyssal skill is,
Congrats on the crystal.
it-
Yo, what's up, Sam?
you take like 2 steps back.
I just realized on
initially in
Twitch
forward
I didn't
guard.
switch the
No,
what game I'm
it's
playing.
super armor first.
Rip.
You super
Oh,
armor
let me fix that
twirl
real
back
quick.
like 2 feet. It's like so short, so it's not even usable as a movement skill.
I don't think it's
And
protected.
then
Is it?
when you press, it's unprotected when you use the attack component of it. You don't have to use the attack component,
Let's see.
but the movement component is so tiny that it's not even useful as
That's
a
a
movement
rip.
skill because you just move 2 feet back. So it's protected super
Black
armor,
Desert.
twirling backwards, and then forward guard. And
Okay,
then
I
if you
fixed
use
it.
the attack ability,
My
it's
bad, my
unprotected,
bad.
which is it's a
False
wonky
advertisement.
CC, but it's so difficult to land without getting, it's again, it's unprotected CC.
What's
It's
going
not
on?
even
Hope
that
everyone's
far
doing
range
well.
too.
It's the weekend.
It's
Yay.
just not very usable, and I feel like they could re-implement
Getting my
that in some other way as
daily
ways to
night dose
either
of the
make
Old
it
Moon
move
podcast.
more and stuff like that, or add that CC component baked into something else, like your thunderstorms or something like that. I don't know. They could do so many things with some of the older abilities.
Randomly
I
saw your
feel
stream
like,
loading
so.
up on YouTube. Nice.
Yeah, so like I'm really nervous about them changing like the old abilities.
Yeah,
because
yeah. This
every
is
time they
hunting.
seem
This is
to
sniper
try to
rifle
change
hunting
something
and
or update
Land
it,
of the Morning Light.
I hate it and it's terrible.
Super fun. It's
Like,
definitely one of my
a lot of
favorite life
people-
Terrible
skills.
than changing dagger stab? Is it? Like, again,
It's
that's
different.
an example that I'm using is like completely.
It's a pretty
useless
interactive
ones
life
where they
skill.
don't have a niche,
And the
you know?
potential money's pretty good.
Yeah, Yeah.
but there is a little
Yes,
bit of a
that potential-
higher
I mean, like Dark Knight uses
You
a lot
know.
of her skills.
level
It
of
would be great
requirement to
if,
like
if
get
we
into
took
hunting,
away some of the skills from
like with the life
classes that people
mastery
would actually want to be able to
gear
play.
and all of
We're
that.
only like the super hardcore players anyway. We don't care about those players anymore. As Blonde mentioned on the last
But yeah, I'm just, you know,
podcast. Blonde, what's
a
your take
full-time
on
life
the
skiller now.
Abyssal stuff? Abyssal skills. Do you think that like
Yeah,
old
Cinnamon Milk
outdated
Crystal's
skills
pretty
can be
good. Yeah.
reworked, or what do you want to like? What do you think?
Honestly,
Someone
my
explain to me what an abyssal skill is.
Oh my god.
Oh my goodness.
I don't even know what this
Seriously.
means. You guys
Okay,
use
so for
abyssal.
Zerker-
I'm like, new school,
Oh
cool. Well,
my
what's
Abyssal
why is it called
skill.
Abyssal? What's it from?
You know, for the
What is
That's
it?
funny.
he does the like little jump back for like the jump back skill, and that's
Oh, that's
abyssal
the new
So
skill
you
they
get it
just
from
gave
Magnus.
everyone, right?
You get it from the Magnus.
Yeah,
right?
Magnus. Yeah,
skill.
yeah.
Oh,
It's the
okay.
Magnus skill. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
saying
the
abyssal, and
abyssal,
It's like
I'm
your-
what the
Aby-
fuck is
well,
going on? Did I miss a
yeah.
whole ability in
Main
every single skill tree? Like, what is you talking
skill set.
Should I not
Uh,
have said abyssal skill? Well,
but anyway,
You're
I
correct.
was like
I just have
2 or 3
no
days
idea what
ago, I ended up
in the
I'm like,
getting the
what is your
decimation crystal and the
skill?
life crystal. Like I made like
It's not-
1.8
Blonde-
billion.
Blonde's
It's
like
not the
frantically
obvious skill.
looking through his
It's
It's not
skill
the
tree.
awakening to a succession skill. It's not the.
Blonde's like
Blew up my
frantically
Ted
looking
Hunter
through-
clothes and 3
I know,
bill,
we got all
trying for
different
pin.
skills from different things. I
So
don't
no
know
hunting
what-
until I
what
get
does
back to
abyssal
Tet.
mean
Oh,
this
dude, that's a
time?
rip. Yeah, this is what I'm
Lost for a
running.
second. Okay, abyssal is the one from the
It's the
Magnus.
Magnus
Okay.
skill. They just labeled it as abyssal.
How much
skill in the medical
mastery
class,
were
that's just
you
what I was
running?
referring to, so
No,
I
totally.
apologize to any
No, no.
viewers who are confused as well about.
No,
the abyssal. I'm sure somebody else.
I'm sure
was
it's
confused, so
only me. I'm sure it's only me.
I wanted to give you the benefit of the doubt, but
I don't know. Abyssal skills are cool. More skills are cool. You know, you might want to utilize one function
Yeah, I think
over another.
this
Different
hour
grind
will be pretty
spots
good.
Require different rotations. I think that it's cool to have a really fully fleshed.
Hey, who knows?
out
Maybe I'll get
tree.
another
Just
decimation
try a bunch
crystal.
of different abilities and different stuff. I think that's fine. I think that's cool. I think that's something that you know, the game should continue doing, where you know, you've got so many different grind spots, some that are tower spots, some that are rotational spots, some that have big
So Mallory, you
packs,
said
some
you're
that have
still
little
kind of
packs.
new.
I think having a variation of abilities is really good. I think that
Are you enjoying the
the
game so far?
Where we don't have just one ultimate rotation for everything. I see people like you, for example, Jay. You built a very specific skill build for doing Highlands. There's some skills that I see
1400
Kaya
with that
doing
buff, I think.
for,
Okay.
For Tungrad Ruins, I like.
Yeah,
that
I'm
there's a
1400
sort of
with.
rotational of abilities. So
Oh
like,
my.
if we can
Oh
have
my.
like big AOE,
1400 with the crystal and then with the scroll.
I'm fine with variations, and this is their way to add those abilities and stuff. I think that there's nothing really wrong with that. I think that's cool, but it does have to be useful. If you end up getting a brand new skill and it's not even useful, then
in
like
any
for example,
situation,
Yeah.
it's just useless in any situation. Or there's another
Yeah, I used to play
ability
back in
that just does
2017.
the
Got
niche of that
tendonitis,
ability better.
so restarting
Yes.
now.
Like let's say you get an ability that's a movement skill, and then you just have something else that has its lower cooldown or it has better protection.
Yeah,
and it
tendonitis is
does
just kind of
niche,
annoying.
like just like significantly better, right?
Mhm.
So I feel like a skill
Annoying
should
condition that
always
just won't go
have,
away. I thought I
like,
killed another
oh,
one. I guess not.
it needs to at least have its own like standing, right? That
Mhm.
another ability just doesn't replace it, right? Because you can just
Sure.
why do this when you can just do this instead.
Yeah,
Right?
like for example, the
It can't be that
Zerker's
feeling.
ability where you
Trying
have
to
there's
think.
the hop back thing.
Did you
I think
have
it's, like, really useful.
was it
There's places that just uses
epicondylitis?
it, There's great.
Yeah,
The only other hop
it's a
movement thing you
reposition
have.
to
is
Only thing I
like
remember
the-
was combat.
Yeah, I
So the
think
past
that's
few days I
totally
got into
fine. It's not
57, but no
necessarily
clue
something I'm gonna use
what to do in this
damage,
game
but
other
it's
than
great for
combat.
repositioning when I do remember to use it, because I always apparently forget about it. But yeah, I think that that's
Yeah,
fine, and
I mean,
abilities like that are cool. The
there's
new
a
Scholar
lot of
looks alright, it's cool,
different
like, as long as it has a
aspects that you can
function,
get
I'm sure
into.
someone will find it.
Obviously,
There's a lot of
combat
things people
is
get
the
really
huge
complacent,
aspect
especially
with like
this kind of
grinding,
being like a
different
turn my
grind
brain off in
spots.
grind mode game. I think that like it gets kind of tough when that's kind of the attitude.
But kind of
behind
just
it. So
depends on
people
like
are
what you
"New
like to
ability,
do.
Cool, just gonna keep doing my rotation because I don't need to change it.
Life skills can be
But I think
fun,
that,
but they
I think
don't
that mindset shouldn't be the one
really
that they're
make you
addressing.
the
They should be
most
addressing, like,
money
fun new players that are
unless
like,
you're doing
"Oh,
like
wow,
multiple life
everything's cool
skills
and fun, I'm
together
enjoying this, you know, cool new ability.
and have
I'll
like a
do
The
this."
thing
spreadsheet.
about the scholars one is just it just seamlessly fits into the rest of her kit. It just flows
Mhm.
after.
I would say
regular
hunting
abilities,
is
and it does
like
great
this sniper
damage.
rifle hunting is probably the
Like,
most
so it
profitable
just fits in, and so
life
I've
skill.
said this before and I'll say it again. I think Scholar is one of the most well-flowing classes in the game. I think that Megu was
There's
like the first step to,
PvP,
like
like Arena
finding out
Solaire,
how do
which
we
they
make
actually
everything
just
flow into
ended,
everything, and I think Scholar is the answer
which kind
to
of
that
sucks. I
question.
wish they
It's
would
like
just
the
keep that
final
in.
stage of that. And I really truly wish more classes were designed like
Node
Scholar, 'cause it
Wars, which that
feels
sounds like that's
so
kind of dead
fun
now.
and fluid and enjoyable. It's even playing Dosa. I'm liking Dosa, but I do miss Scholar because it's just so It's the designer is fantastic. I heard they like have like a
Oh, they have the
specific person in
the
our
Black
team that
Shrine
manages one
bosses.
class or whatever. Whoever's doing
The Land
Scholar,
of the Morning
chef's
Light.
kiss.
That's pretty cool.
They know what they're doing for sure.
Yeah, PvP seems very
I like
daunting.
Dosa, but the Pepsi.
Yeah, are you mainly like a PvEer?
I know, right? We should be able to change those colors.
Yeah, more of a Coke guy. To be honest. Yeah, no, abyssal skills I think are fine, but they're absolutely right. I would back up what you guys said in that.
Yes,
like,
definitely. Yeah.
Gotta be useful.
You probably would like the Land of the Morning Light bosses then.
The Ray-Bam skills, I call them Rabam skills, but I think you guys, what do you guys call them?
Ray-Bam?
Yeah, I call them Rabam skills.
I got my Ray-Bans.
Yeah, I agree with San on that.
Later on, as the game progressed,
Yeah,
they changed
life
the
skills are
name
great
from
support and save you a lot of
Rabam
money
to
from
skill
crafting your own
enhancements.
stuff.
And if anybody was
Yep.
curious why older players call it Rabam skills, is because it
Oh,
was
my.
originally called Rabam.
Yo, what up?
Because there's an NPC in Valencia called Rabam.
Lusco?
She's the skill instructor.
Moo Moo?
And she developed the technique of combining two skills to create a new skill.
You
So
level
that's
like
what's
99 on
lore,
Runescape now?
enlightenment, that's the lore. But
Okay,
yeah,
and
in the newer
yeah.
in the newer Age of BDO, they call them skill enhancement skills. I guess it's easier to understand that.
Wish
but
they'd let us
yeah,
do
that's
more
the
than
lore
one
behind
seasonal
Rabam
character so I could try
skills.
different classes.
A lot of those are useless too.
You know, this is sad, but I've actually never
actual skills. You know what
like
I mean?
completed a seasonal
Okay, so we
character,
have not gotten a chance to talk about after
which is kind of
Blonde,
crazy.
Big Doomer on the last podcast, and I was trying to be PMA about it the whole time.
Nah, I
we
wish.
haven't gotten
Yeah.
a chance to talk about the global labs and then the Land of the Morning Light Part 2 release.
You play on seasonal servers?
So like
Not really.
after we did the
I mean,
US
seasonal
podcast, the
seasonal
global labs,
server
there's
is
been a lot
good
of
when you
good
like
content lately,
when you're first starting the game.
going on in the game, and then Blonde and I again went at it.
Yeah.
While Jay listened
Yeah,
to
it's
us,
good for
which
like
is great.
very like new players
Like I'm curious
because you can
what
level up
guys
pretty
think,
quickly.
About the global lab patch, them releasing the
Like
new
I would
expansion
definitely
and some
recommend
worldwide.
like pretty much
I'll
any new
admit,
players start seasonal.
a lot of us thought,
Yeah,
myself
yeah, you
included,
level up
Vice
quick,
included,
you
a
get
lot of us
gear
thought
much
that when they
quicker.
said global release for all the co-op like guild bosses.
It just kind of
that
fast
all the
tracks you.
co-op guild bosses would be released to the world at the same time.
Mhm.
Because of how they worded it on the global labs. And Prolibus has been very indignant that they did not lie to anyone. And if that's the case, then they were basically deliberately misleading people with the wording in that case. But we will get global releases for like 3 of the 7 bosses.
57 with 170
at
AP
least
in 3
when
days as a
Land
new
of the Morning
player.
Light 2 comes out.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
The problem is 3 like.
And
all
they
3
pretty
we
much
get
give
in
you a
that
free
patch
pin,
are the 3 bosses.
Black Star, which
We
is
have to
huge.
work our way all the way through the expansion and then do the
But Mallory,
bosses, which
have you
means
seen
that
the
Maria,
Black
once
Shrine
again, is gonna
bosses,
figure out the
like the Land of the
mechanics
Morning Light bosses?
before we actually get to test it again. But do you feel like the developers are kind of stepping more in the right direction, especially with this global?
Not you
patch?
haven't? Oh wow.
I will say that the War of the Roses changes that they have were literally just
Let's see.
directly
I get
what
it
had
done in
told
not
them,
even 6-7 hours.
months
Pin
ago,
everything.
and then they literally admit
Yeah, it could be pretty
it wasn't
quick, especially if you
necessarily
follow
just
like
me.
a
I'm sure other
god.
people told them this too, so like I'm not taking full credit for it. But, like,
Not at all. By
they
the way, if you
literally
want to go
admitted
trees, I
in
can
the
carry
global
you
lab
if you have
patch,
max
they said,
boost.
"Yeah, it took
Get to
us too long
61
to
in an
change this,
hour.
we're sorry."
Yeah, getting to 61 would be
Which
pretty huge.
I thought was a win, for sure.
Look at
Along with
look at
another,
Moo Moo
like,
over here.
A few other changes that are kind of coming to the game. They're nerfing Zerker and things like this. Do you feel the game is stepping in the right direction, or do you feel like we're still headed towards Doomerville? And we're kind of where we were before. I'll start with Jay since he's never going to get to speak again once Blonde talks.
I mean,
Dwella
I would-
Timmies
I
are
would
great
love
for
them
the
to
Antis element
continue
spots
to,
for
like,
Infinite
step
Bot.
in
That
the
is
right
true.
direction. I haven't been able to participate in War of the Roses though. The few weeks that I were, like the few times that
That is
I was
true.
present for War of the Roses, like I was able to, be home on time. I just wasn't picked, so that was unfortunate for the RNG portion.
I know
But
spot tree like these, and it's really good for all season
if
grind.
you
Do
say that they're
boss,
making changes,
make infinite pots.
that you have suggested or like the community have suggested towards War of the Roses, and they're going to step in the right direction, that's great. That's amazing. Yeah, I would love for PA to keep listening to the players and to keep making these changes a little bit faster.
Oh my.
Because
Oh my.
actually Blonde and I were talking a little bit earlier before in the Old One precast.
Well, I thought I was gonna have a good hour,
about
but I'm not really paying
it's-
too much
it's
attention now.
interesting how
Ugh.
like the game's only changing as the game is like dying. Like why does the game have to start dying before like,
Yeah.
the good changes happen?
True.
Why can't they just like make the good changes while the
Yeah, I
game
think
is
getting to
good?
61 would be
And
huge.
so
Yeah.
I really hope
Opens
that
up a
they
lot of different
go
things for you.
towards that direction.
You can get to
is
61
what
pretty quick though.
Yeah.
It's crazy that Jay's stealing my takes from the
That's
precast.
insane. He wants to
That's
go head to head,
crazy.
bro.
But also, I think
That's
what Sam was saying as
crazy.
well, like
Jay-Kun, you've
working
got
towards your
yours
infinite pot will
very-
be huge.
Hold on.
Bud.
Like,
Jay
you definitely
has given
want
his very original
these right
opinion.
here.
Jay has
wanna hear
given his
all of
original
your
opinion, and now
ideas.
it's
Go
Blonde's
ahead.
turn.
It's our
Keep it going,
opinion.
They are so valuable.
Jay, now that
And it's a
you've
great
got
goal to
your
work
own
towards.
Original opinion on the matter. Blonde, would you like to take a completely different stance or
Yeah.
just copy Jay's idea?
Yeah.
All right, Blonde, go ahead.
What can I say? Jay already said it. I agree. It is kind of weird.
Do
I've
most
seen the
classes have different
commentary on
stances in
Reddit
Waking?
and
I
in
picked
different
Dracania
Discords over the
because she's
last
hot.
week where
She's
it's
hot.
like,
But I get
"Oh,
lost
isn't
in
it
the
crazy
stances.
that, all of a sudden, all the guilds are quitting and BDO's dying, and now all of a sudden they can do something.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
so
yeah.
weird.
That is a
That's
Drake.
so
Just,
coincidental. How all of
I
a
mean, some
sudden the
classes have
game
different different
gets all the
aspects to the
necessary changes
class,
we have
but
for the moment,
yeah, Dracania
all
is a little
these
bit
guilds are
different.
quitting. That's, oh my gosh, that's so crazy. Wow. I do understand that.
It's
Because
not.
at the same, like, for
Yeah,
example,
Dracania is a
the
little bit
breaking class of
confusing.
break glass in case of
Probably not the
emergency
most
berserk
like
collab.
newer
You
player
know,
friendly class.
you know,
I mean, it is
that
you know,
didn't
easy
just
to kind of
come
get
out
into
of
once you
you
like
know,
play it, but
Wow.
all the stance and everything
Insane.
can make it kind of confusing.
It blows my mind because everybody's been thinking about it.
But honestly,
They
the
had
best way to learn the
plausible
class
deniability because they had that
is to
costume
find like
contest on the
just a
forums that
YouTube
said,
guide
"Oh, whatever class gets the
and just
number
kind
one
of see
spot, we'll rebring
like
that
what
costume
combos they
back."
use and
Yeah,
just kind of
right,
like
bro.
use the
There's no
combos. And that's a good way to
this
kind of
is
learn
there plausible
the
deniability to say,
skills and
guys, you've been working on this for a while. This is definitely not like
the different aspects
we
of the
didn't do
class,
this just
movement and
because
all that.
everybody's quitting and we want to make money. No. This is because we care.
Just to
about
kind of
you
give you
guys.
like
We
a good
care about who
foundation to
you
work
want.
on.
Yes.
Yeah,
Like that's what I did
right,
with
yeah.
Awakening Wizard.
Psycho. No
And
shot, bro. There's no way.
Muscobot also is
Blonde,
Awakening Wizard and
Don't look now.
showed me a bunch of different
but
ins and
you're
outs.
human. And I
This is-
love it.
this is-
Can I just say I
this is
love
not
this
doing-
look on you?
This
I
is
love
not
this
doing
look
this.
on you.
It's not doing
Absolute.
I love this look on you.
Oh, I missed that.
Realistic journalism, okay?
It is.
100%.
Uh-oh.
All the
I
comments
gotta
I'm
focus,
seeing
gotta focus,
on
gotta
Reddit
focus.
in different places
Ooh,
and Discord.
don't kill me, don't kill me. This tiger can one-shot you.
They're bringing the berserk costume back, but that same person that's saying that is gonna buy it. You know it. You know that guy's gonna buy it. He's
Did
not
the
even
stuff I show
playing.
you
He's
help?
not
Oh
even
yeah,
logging in
yeah.
and playing, but
I think it
that
helped
dude
a
is
lot
gonna buy
actually.
at
I
least
appreciate
2 or 3
that.
berserk costumes. That guy's gonna buy the Griffith costume. Okay, it's gonna happen. There's no shot you're not because you have no idea if this event's gonna come back. Feels bad for every person that had the costume for the last 10 plus years.
Yeah.
Sucks to be you. It's no longer exclusive. We're going ahead and re-releasing it. And
It's
you have
definitely not
no idea when it's
exclusive.
coming back. It
Yep.
could. It could never come back. It'll only come back if everybody quits again. But we're bringing it back because you know we got at least.
You guys don't pick
20
the
to
hot woman?
30,000 players are about to buy at
No,
least
like
one
I'm kind of
costume
weird.
at $22
Like
USD. That's at least
I
$1
can't
million, right? You have
like
50,000
play female
players,
classes.
times 2 is 100,000 times 20 because it's another zero.
Like
That's $1 million
like my
from
character
one
in my
costume
game,
being
like I
released.
kind of like resemble it like me
There's
in
no
real
way.
life.
That's just an accidental coincidence.
Kind of
okay?
weird, I know.
That's just $1 million. That's
But
not
like
saying every
since
single
I'm
person's
not a
gonna buy the
female,
Griffith
like
one,
it's
man.
I just can't play a female class.
And then like all of a sudden,
It's really weird, but
it's like, oh my gosh, we gotta nerf the Zerker 200.
But
what were we thinking for the
some of
last
those
5
classes though,
years?
like Dracania, oh,
I
so
can't believe
cool.
it. We have to fix
Such a
this,
cool
guys. What are you
class.
doing on
Like if
the
there was a male
board?
version of that,
No way.
probably
No
would be my
way.
main.
It's only because they saw what Show Nation put
It's the
out there.
immersion, I get it.
It
Yeah,
doesn't take
that's what it
1.5
is.
minutes to enter the code. Oh, we gotta go into the source code. Okay, edit Zerker 200%. Instead of doing 10,000 damage, do 1,000 damage. Oh my god.
That's why I was so hyped when a
That was
new
an
male
easy
class got
fix.
into the game,
They literally
Dosa.
deleted a 0, and now the clip they showed Zerker's fixed. Finally. Good
I'm the
game.
same. Can't get into it when I'm playing female
It's
classes.
insane.
Yeah.
It's insane. It's insane.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Blonde. This is
I'm just
probably
saying,
the first time, Blonde.
Just
in the
plays
history of
Zerker.
the podcast, I could
Zerker's so
not
easy.
agree with you anymore.
PA Dev
That
saw the
was just
Berserker
base.
200% for the
That
first
was
time last month
absolutely
and
base.
decided to fix it.
It's
Zerker's
so
too ugly. All that
sadly
forward head.
obvious that the only
Forward
immediate
posture.
attention we're getting is specifically from problems that we've had for years, but all of a sudden we see a declining player base, we see a declining spending base,
There
and we're
it
like, oh,
is.
Oh crap! It's not just the new players we need to entice. We need to maybe look at some
Get the
veterans
veterans.
who play for a hot minute and look at their opinions. Okay, let's boom, boom, boom. We're cleaning up. Okay, we cleaned up that guy that hates Rangers and all those knockdown, down smash craps. Okay, now we fixed Berserker. Maybe add some cool 200% to some other classes and Berserk collab.
Literally play that class for 3 months or less and just got
who's not gonna love every
geared
single one
and
of those
swapped.
updates? But you can't
Yeah,
say it's
I
not
pretty
absolutely
much
coincidental.
played Zerker for
A year ago, 2 years ago, 3 years
Centaurs.
ago, when this commentary came in immediately, unanimously. It wasn't like it wasn't
Come
like
on,
there was
Puck, get on my
one or two
way.
guys that was just like, you know, guys,
Puck's just chilling right in my vision.
It's like, oh my god, I really would like the
Yeah,
Berserk outfit
Centaurs
back.
is a
What are the
pretty good
chances all
grinding
this came
spot.
at the same time?
Especially as like a newer player. You can make some really good money at Centaurs.
Like, dude, you tell people. I literally was like, in no uncertain terms. Like every time I went live, I was like, guys, it's very.
I need
important that you
something
speak
with
with
hot
your wallet,
microtransactions.
because the only
Oh,
way
it's
to get
funny.
them to listen is to just.
Is that the name on the map?
Talk with your wallet.
Yeah,
And
it's
suddenly,
over.
If I go to the Steam charts, right?
So like Heidel's right here. It's gonna be right here.
You can see just how
So Altanova
far down we're hitting.
and Centaurs.
We're not even, by
So you can see the
way,
requirement. The only thing with this
13.9
place is
last
you
week
need
was
kind of
the
like a high
average.
mobility class
We are now
to make money
hitting
off of it.
13.9. And our average is
Like
now
I have a
like
guide on
26,
YouTube
24
that
hours
kind
ago,
of
and
like
this
shows
is
you the
just
rotation,
obviously.
but you can
This is
easily
true,
make
right?
like over
It
700
wasn't
million an
until
hour.
we literally reached our lowest point, one of our lowest points in the history of the game. If you look back on Steam charts here, it's literally one of our
Like I
lowest
pretty
points
much
in the
lived
history
at
of
Centaurs for
the
like
game,
2 years
that we're now like,
and like got
okay,
all my
yeah, we're
gear.
sorry, we were late
I just
on
did like
this
1
change.
hour a
We'll
day.
change this. Here we go. Yeah, we're listening there. Okay, yeah.
I was
And,
over
what was that thing that they
Bandits is
said
not
they wanted
bad.
to- Oh yeah, we got to bring. They said they wanted.
Oh, and
collabs.
the
Let's
key
bring
factor is you have to
bring
make
the
sure
only
you have
collab that we
Agris.
had in. What's it? Zerker
You gotta
collab?
have
Got
Agris.
Bugatti on your
Agris
shirt?
is so
No, okay,
important.
pull the Berserk collab in. What they don't understand. Look,
If you don't
I
have
decided for the
Agris, it's
Berserk
not worth
collab
it.
because to me, boycotting the event is only
Because
buying the
essentially
outfit 3
you
times.
can use
Okay.
your daily Agris limit for 1
Blonde
hour,
said, you know what I
and
mean?
that's really what gets you your money.
basically it, right?
No.
That's basically it. And
No.
there's Jay smiling. You know what I mean? Like that's
No.
literally it. That's the problem.
You know what the
here.
Agris is?
The
Yeah.
biggest problem is exactly what Blonde said.
It's a quest that you can do, but essentially increases your trash
I'm
loot.
just gonna say it, guys. The outfit
So rather than like say like
sucks.
you kill a mob,
Okay?
rather than like
You don't
1, you would get
buy
like
the
3,
Berserk collab
which I'm pretty sure
outfit
Centaurs
because
gives
the
you like
outfit looks
7
good. You buy it because you're the
per mob
only
or something
one
like that.
had it, right? That's what made it look cool before. So you saw
You want
somebody walk
like
around
trash
with that, you're
loot,
like,
trash loot.
Holy shit, that guy has the Berserk outfit. That guy's an OG, you know what I mean? Like that's what it meant.
Like the trash
But
loot
now
is
I
what
feel
makes
like
you
it's
kind of
that
the
scene in
money.
The
Oh, you just
Incredibles
sell the
when
trash. Yeah,
everyone's
exactly. Yeah.
super, no one
Nobody's
is.
super.
Exactly. When
There's this
everybody's
one guy.
super, no one is. So
There's
now
this one guy I
everyone
would
is
do
gonna
the
have
boss
it.
trains. There's this one guy I would do the boss trains with, and he was the only guy who was on like his actual main warrior, and he would do Cat's Variac. And this dude,
Yeah,
was
I'll have to
his
show you
best
some of the Land of the
costume,
Morning
wasn't
Light
in a
bosses
guild. My guild actually tried to recruit him at the time. We were in some PV guild.
after
And
this.
we were always like, that dude's so cool. He's got the Berserk costume. He's like, yeah, I just do world bosses or I do field bosses for fun. And it's like, what a psychopath.
You don't
And I'm
really
just
make
thinking to
much
myself,
money
that's a
off
dude
the
with
bosses,
Berserk
but if you like
costume. This guy's
PvE,
been
it's
around for
pretty
years. This
fun.
dude's just living his best life.
And you don't have
And
to like
now that guy is gonna be
necessarily worry too much
surrounded by,
about
like,
gear
20
either.
clones in the same outfit, and he's gonna have no uniqueness, no nothing special. He's gonna be a normie amongst everybody else, and it's just like, that's so sad.
It's brutal, man.
Sucks to be you, bro. Sucks
Garmoth
to
can break
be
down
you.
for you. And yeah,
dude, like,
yeah,
I
Garmoth's really
truly,
good.
It's the exact same outfit. That's the brutal part. Like,
My
I
one
got
friend
the
who was a
middle
BDO
area,
sweat
they
has
just
sworn off
turn
the
the
game is
color
no help to
back
me.
on. They just
Oh,
click
that's
the
funny.
Here's the
button.
thing. But League of Legends did this too. People got really upset that they
No
couldn't
death
get
mode
the
because you'll die a
Pax
lot.
Sivir,
Yeah.
Pax Twisted Fate or Pax whatever, right?
Yeah,
So
like
they
I'll show you one of the
brought these
bosses,
back, but they made them slightly different.
like
So
tier
you had Neo Pax
3 or
Sivir, and you
4,
had Neo
and I'll
Twisted
pretty much
Fate,
like die
whatever.
instantly.
So
Like
you
I'm
could buy
terrible.
it, it looked really
I'm
similar,
bad.
but like it wasn't quite the OG.
I just want to catch
You
up
know
to
what I mean?
plebs.
Yeah.
Like you still
Meh.
had that value.
Then I could quit.
This is literally just like
Good
all right, turn it
luck.
back on. We're losing too much money. Like Blonde said, we're losing too much money. We got to turn that back on because like we're not gonna make it. Like I guarantee you right now that the game bottomed out really hard, and it continues. Like currently, I'll be honest. Have you guys seen my Renaissance fair? I'm doing my best
I
to
did,
turn this
yeah.
around. I'm doing my best to turn this around.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you guys got excited because the riddles are really cool.
Heck yeah.
and I'm gonna release 5 more next Wednesday because they went so well. I got such good positive feedback. I'm gonna release another 5 riddles on Wednesday. But that being said, I put on this massive event. Okay, there's a cosplay competition. There's an art competition, a music
Does
competition.
dying normally have penalty?
unique prizes, lots of money
Yeah,
on the line.
you
I mean,
lose
this mystery
XP
is so
and
on
you
top
can
of it.
lose
And do you know how much
crystals.
Pro Abyss supported that, bro?
They probably supported none of it. None of
I'm
it.
running the biggest event of the entire summer. I'm literally, as a content creator, one guy in his house putting on the biggest event of the Black Desert Summer. You understand that the week before this, we didn't even have a single event in that patch. This time, we got like the reskinned horse event and all this other stuff, but like, that's it, bro. Like, and
It's so
they're
crazy.
not supporting it at all. I guarantee it's because they're upset with me, but like, that's fine. Don't support it. It just makes you guys look bad. That just sounds like a you problem.
Wait, why
I've
would they
kinda
be
got-
upset
I've
with
kinda
them?
gotten used to this, but I'll admit, if I was Pearlibus and I'm thinking with a business mindset, and you have a content creator that's going to run an event that big, when your company's like hurting, how many other content creators are running really big events?
Like the
right
ones
now?
that's in the middle of your inventory interface.
Nobody does. Everybody
Yeah,
goes,
it's
"This
these
abandoned
crystals
ship,"
right
Abandon hope, all
here.
ye who enter here. Like that's basically
Right here.
where
So
we're
for
at.
instance, like
And I'm
these
putting on
crystals that I
this
have are worth
event.
400
You wanna
million, right?
support
But if I
that?
use like
With,
these
like,
crystals,
everything you've got in the
so
tank, because here's the
865
deal.
million.
I know they got
Uh,
budgets for this stuff. I know
where's
that they
this
have budgets
one?
for how much they can support people
I have one
every
crystal
quarter,
that's like
and no one
1.8
else is running
billion.
events, so why would you not just dump the budget into the
Right here,
biggest
1.8
event of the
billion.
summer?
Right? So if you
It's
die,
just
there's a
wild
chance of
to
these
me.
breaking.
It's literally insane, right? But like, oh, now we got to release the collab, like the Berserk thing, when people have been asking for it for years so that they
Yeah,
can buy it,
exactly.
like the FOMO outfit. And like you said,
So like at one of the
kinda
grinding
interesting that they
spots
would
that I was
release it
at,
this moment,
Crypto of Resting
right? And all of a sudden,
Crypto of
both
Resting
the last
Thoughts.
global lab patches are
I
like,
literally
okay, yeah,
lost
all right,
six
here's the
or
Durban
7
nerfs. Okay,
billion
here's the, all right,
in
we're gonna nerf the
crystals
200% on
in like
Zerker
3
too.
hours.
Here's the we'll listen to your War of the Roses suggestion.
Literally
still not listening to Node Wars.
was
Yourself.
crying.
Like it's open world PvP. Who? You know what I mean? Like it's oh my god, man, it's infuriating. I will say that they've begun stepping in the right direction, a little bit, tiptoeing, because
If it continues,
Correct.
hey, then it
Correct.
wasn't just a fluke. If this is something that's going to occur every week, we're getting the class balances, we're getting all the OP classes nerfed, everything's getting in line, we're going to keep doing this and that. If they're going to continue to listen to feedback,
Yeah, this game's
cool.
very
It's not just a
complex. There's a
fluke, it's not
lot of
one-time thing.
systems
Every week or every other week after
in
this, we're gonna
play.
see a
Like
global lab, but
you have to
things
treat this
change.
game more of as a
100%
marathon and
we
not
wanna
a
see.
sprint.
But the lack
So
of, like, any
important.
open communication,
So
which is
important.
unfortunately something we've always talked about, where it's like, just give us an idea.
Crystal
of what
Loss
your
is so
head's in the
dumb.
direction of, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's all
I
people
mean,
want. We want to know that, hey,
I don't
at
know.
least you know we're in your mind.
I don't
and you're
mind
working on
it
the code
because
for
it
Anything
like it's
that. We just
annoying
wanted
and
to
like
sound
for
like that,
me,
but the
it's more
coincidental timing kinda
annoying.
makes it kinda
Like if
iffy. You
desync
don't really know
happens
if this is really it or not.
and
It's
you
just
lose a
like,
crystal that
I
way,
don't blame anybody for being kind of concerned.
but
like I
it's
said,
kind of
you
like a
know.
risk
But if it
versus
continues,
reward.
it could
And
be it.
we gotta keep
Maybe we
tiptoeing.
have
um,
it back.
Yeah, we gotta keep going in
Maybe
the
we're
right
not-
and it
direction.
also like
The global release for 3 of
just
the bosses
allows the crystal
okay,
market
that's
to
a little bit
continue to
better,
flourish, right?
right?
Which is why I can
that's
sell
better
this
because
for.
you know that those
Oh wait,
fuckers were gonna release that
I got
shit
2
to 3 of
crystals.
Like it's 100%
So
correct.
700 million crystal,
Also,
400
did you
million
see the
crystal.
update? This is the here comes the icing.
So
Are you ready for the icing? The update. The update on the Land of the Morning Light release is.
do you
they
care about
go,
swearing? Is that an
okay,
auto
by
mod
the
thing?
way, just to be clear, you're only getting 3 of the bosses. Also,
I don't even know what settings I have on.
yeah, so you're not gonna have the English dub ready, and that's why we were holding it in the first place.
But
That's why we
probably
didn't
keep
get
it
the content
PG
at
for the most
same
part,
time Korea did.
since this does go on
Because the
YouTube.
English dub wasn't ready. Holy.
It's funny because people have been saying it for the last like what 3-4 expansions of like, hey guys, we don't really care about that. Like,
But I don't know
here's
like what
something
any
like
of the.
you, and that's great.
No,
We'll go back and revisit
it's all
it
good.
when it comes out. Let us just have the content. Let us have. I mean, that's been a
That's so
nonstop,
funny.
constant feedback where it's like, yeah, just kind of like.
No, it's fine. I really don't. It does not
I
matter.
turned it to Korean dub in the
cares?
like when I was doing Line and Relay, I just turned it to Korean dub because I just
Yeah,
wanted
but
Yeah,
it's
to
better.
same. It sounds
Hey,
better.
freedom
Yeah,
of speech.
because you're-
Freedom of
you're
speech.
in, like, you know, the Korean culture.
That's so
you know,
funny.
You get, like that
Yeah.
immersion with the Korean talking. As long as you got the subtitles
Yeah.
there, it's basically like watching a Chris Polly video. Like
Mhm.
it's awesome.
I don't know. YouTube is kind of
Like,
weird
it's
Yeah.
really
with like
good.
the whole like
That
monetization and
being
everything,
said, like I think
like for
that
ads and everything.
they really kind of messed up
But
not releasing it.
I think with it being on the screen, it's
globally to
fine.
everyone at the
It's more
same
like so
time.
like if
We
I'm
are
saying it,
stepping towards the right direction here, but like you can see now why
like the whole
Korea-
ad thing
every
is
time
kind of
we get
weird.
together for the UN podcast, we're always
How do you
flabbergasted.
do in two
We're
shot, bro?
typically mad with Korea because they get
So the
content
two
first.
shot, you
Like,
have to
that's
make
our perspective.
sure.
Like, what
So
the
right
hell, they don't
there,
have the content.
critical shot,
And
perfect
Korea's
shot.
mad with us because they feel
So
like
that's
they get
the
content.
key. And you
And
also
it's
have
not
to make
released
sure
to
you have a
us
plus
until it's
10
actually finished, right? Yeah.
minus sniper
They get
rifle
the unfinished version
to get that maximal
then we
damage.
have to wait a month, right? And
But
they hate
essentially-
they hated us until we had the UN podcast, and we were like, "Wait, you guys hate us? Wait, we hate you."
Essentially,
Wait,
if you
wait.
line it
it's
up,
like that
Yeah.
Spider-Man meme. Like, wait, hold up.
so right there. So now I can
And then
just
we all looked
click
at
it
the
and he
developers
dies,
and we were like, Jay?
no matter what.
Like, bro, why?
So as
is
long as I get
everyone
one critical shot,
so,
perfect
like,
shot, and just hit him in the head
this is not
one more
good for
time,
anyone. When
then
you
it's a two
release it
shot.
in just one
I have
region
two.
before the rest of the regions. It's literally
Okay.
not good for
Yeah, so if you
any of the
have one,
regions.
as long as
Korea's
you
upset 'cause they feel like a test
and already aim
We're
head.
upset because we don't get the content at the same time. and
So
we
are you
don't feel
making
like we get to
sure
give
that
feedback.
you're
That's a huge reason why it feels
like
they
lining it
overrelease
right in the
Korea
green?
is because it releases in Korea like at least
So
1
right
month
there,
in
boom.
advance.
So that's I got
Korea
two
gives
critical shot,
feedback,
perfect
they
shot.
fix the bugs, they fix all this stuff, right? And then they release it to us, and they're already on to the next thing. Like we try to get feedback. They're like, no, it's already perfect, and they've just moved on.
Let's
We're talking
see.
to like a brick wall. Like that feels really bad, and that would be different if you released it globally. We all gave feedback together, and then you changed it. Okay, because then we don't know that it's coming from Korea. We can pretend and cope that you're actually listening to us.
I
in
get-
that case.
I got
Am
perfect
wrong?
shot.
Like,
I don't know
that's-
why it's like
that would
random.
help tremendously. It legitimately would. It's obnoxious, dude.
You know what else would have been cool? Because you mentioned earlier that the
So
only
perfect
reason
shot. So you see
why
how I got perfect shot
the,
there?
expansion was delayed because of the
Now if I do another
glitch
perfect
job and stuff
shot,
like that. You know,
it's
what'd be
gonna
really cool
take 3
is
hits.
If
So you gotta
some
make
content
sure.
creators could,
Oh gosh,
I don't know, dub a
totally
random
missed that
ass
one.
NPC just like in one
Where'd
of
you
the
go?
villages or towns. And
Well, that
then
was
you
just
could
a hit.
you could
So I'm
hear
already
them
on
in the
3
lines and
shots
stuff like
already.
that. That'd be cool, like little
I-
Easter egg, you know.
I think it would be amazing.
No,
because the
FPS shouldn't be
content
that
creators are
important.
Typically good entertainers.
It's mainly just like you want to
Like,
make sure you
they
hit it
would
the
give
head.
NPCs
It's all about the
actual
headshots.
personality, right? Like
Right.
walk up to
Aim at the
Fugar
head.
and you hear
You
that
want to get
blue
it
squadron
right
voice,
into the
they're
green
like,
mark, so you get
"Is
the
that a
perfect
break,
shot
Jordan? You're
and
just
critical
happy to see
shot.
me."
So important.
You know, because Fugar's kind of a player.
So right there,
You know
critical
what I
shot,
mean?
perfect shot.
Fugar is kind of a player.
And now I can
But
just hit in the
remember,
head again, he'll
he
die.
wanted to date that girl, and she turned him down, and we had to go and like tell him, and like I broke the, we break the news to him, whatever. That's like part of the quest line, right? Like you could like give him a lot of personality, like have a guardian walk up and say, "Oh, hi there." You know what I mean? Like you just
Okay,
holy moly.
there's no way I missed that. You kidding me?
You know what I mean? Like you could like low key hit.
So
on
that
your
was a critical
character, like,
shot.
regardless of
So
what
if I don't get
advice you
another
have,
critical
and
shot,
said something specific,
so
wouldn't
see that was
be,
2
like,
critical
literally the
shots,
coolest
nothing.
NPC that we currently
You should
have?
die now though, maybe.
Currently, our
No, that's
coolest
3.
NPC is Dave. And do you know why
4.
Dave is
So it took 4
our
four
favorite
criticals to
NPC?
kill him.
It's 'cause you got
If I don't get it in the
unlimited
green.
storage
Worries
here.
here.
You can even store your worries here. And you're like, thanks, Steve. You know what I mean? Like that's everyone else just sucks.
Just find
You know
something
what I
else that's
mean?
kind of similar in cash, but
Like, they
more
don't have
efficient
any
for your playstyle.
personality.
For
Like, I
example,
think that,
it's
like, if you
kind
let
of
Choice voice act like
bad
any
at
of
speed
the-
farming
if
spots,
Sethian got to voice act the stable keeper,
but
are you
amazing in
telling me that
spots
dude
where
wouldn't
you gotta
ASMR
stand
you?
still.
Like that would be so sick.
I know.
You want to pull that horse out? I know what I'm not pulling out tonight. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't have to be sexual. Like
Whoa.
we're like, oh hey, your horse
We
has
just
been
have the
waiting around.
ASMR dub of BDO.
Yeah, it would be. Oh my god, it'd be so content. Like
Uh,
StarCraft 2.
I think my
has
class is
dubs
fast.
where,
If I
like,
get the
they
comments
have
off
different
correctly, but
voice
low-key, I
actors,
just
like,
spam
go through
buttons.
different lines for voices and stuff. And those are really cool.
Mhm.
Those sell really well. But like again, like they could just use
Aim at the snout or
yeah,
nose when they're
voice
running at
packs.
you.
So cool.
That would be really cool, like voice packs for different
Yeah,
stuff. Like,
that's really
hey,
the
here's
key
your NA
part
content
is
creator voice pack. Here's
getting
your
the
EA
head
content creator voice pack, whatever.
and make sure you
They
get the
just change
green.
a
Head
few
and green.
NPCs.
As long as you
I
get the
would
head
be
and the
for it.
green,
I think it would be cool. They'd make a
and it'll be
tremendous
2
amount of money.
shots for
It's
sure.
not pay to win. We would all do it for free.
And you got to make
Let's be
sure
real.
you have the
I'm
plus
doing it
10,
for free.
which
You
it sounds
guys
like
doing
you
it
have
for
all
free?
that. So
Like,
Yeah.
Jay, if you got
Yeah.
to voice one of the characters in the video game that you play, wouldn't you just do that for free? They save
Yeah,
money.
of course. Yeah.
Yeah, they save money. They make money. We are happy. It's just a win-win for everyone. Win-win for everybody.
Oh, when I say
So, I
fast,
don't
I'm
know.
on movement from
Like,
back to
I
back.
do think that the
I should
game
have
is
clarified
tiptoeing in the
that.
right direction as long as the global lab patches
Also, what's up,
continue
Euro?
to be
Hope you're having a good
positive
night.
steps in the right direction. People are asking me to do another UN podcast in the next like week or two here. And I don't know if I have the strength, dude. It messes up my sleep schedule like so badly for like the whole week. It's just really hard on me. But like I think that if it keeps the game moving in the right direction, I probably will. Because it felt like they did listen to the last one. They usually listen to the UN podcast. I'll admit, and all they had to hear was the word boycott.
So, Land of the Morning Light hunting is the best
Like,
spot for getting
that
meat
was-
now.
Like, hey, people are just not spending as much money on the game. Red alert! Red alert! Bring in
Would
the
probably say
reserve
yes.
outfits. You know what I mean? Like it's been insane.
But I'm not 100% sure.
So, like, I hope that they keep trending in the right direction.
But
There's
from
definitely
my
been a little bit less
understanding
Doomer
and from
content. I had
my
to talk to my editor. I was like, nope.
kind of research,
Bro,
it
we gotta
seems
put out a little
like
bit less Doomer content. He's like, bro, that's all you give me. I'm like, you gotta find something.
that, yeah, that Land in the Morning Light
Oh,
is
crazy.
kind of the
And
best
I'm the
for
doomer.
You gotta find
And I
something.
did-
That's kind of weird.
meat,
how
I
it
guess, is
works
one
out.
resource, but just
You
general
gotta-
stuff
you gotta
too.
Find something, bro. So like we've been like methodically trying to avoid the Doomer content as long as for the most part. As long as they
Just
keep
to
trending
get
in the right direction.
The
But I'll
fresh
admit,
class bonus
the
at the
game
time.
is
I do hear
still
though the class performs
headed
amazing.
down. On Steam, like I said, I just showed the charts. It's not like
We're
that's
all
not
dooming.
Like all the players, right? But it's a good indicator for like
We're
how
all
the game is
dooming.
doing in the West. At least for all the rest of us. So like, I don't know. We'll see. We will see. Okay, so I think that we are out of time, so we should probably do closing thoughts.
Look at that,
Jake,
perfect
you can go
timing.
first all night. Blonde, why don't you give the closing thoughts here?
All right, man, what a banging podcast! I tell you, I love the Old Moon podcast. Plebs, I just really want dungeon wave base grinding. That might be good. Might be good. No. Yeah, they've mentioned that multiple times of a system like that, but it's just never been implemented. They did say, I guess with the new region, I guess probably the new region that will be released in like a year or two, that they're going to have like a 100 level dungeon. So that kind of sounds cool. We'll see. But it's also really far away. And they have a very common pattern of telling us cool content and then never getting implemented. So, yeah, we shall see. Oh, I meant to turn this off. Let's see. Because I just want to hang out with the homies. I can't grind alone anymore. Yeah, I wish they had more dynamic, like, group grinding spots. Like that, like valuable or viable grinding spots. Like there are some group grinding spots, but yeah, I kind of didn't do so good on my meat there. I've been averaging like 20K. That's okay. But I did get, yeah, we'll tally this up and see how much I got. We'll use Garmoth. Let's see. We'll do Garmoth, and then I'll show you some of those Land in the Morning Light bosses. They're really cool. Let's see. Gear tracker. Life skill. Hunting. Land in the Morning Light. Yeah, so 5 days ago, this is what I got. So eight months ago, it's a huge difference. I'm not really sure what changed. Maybe I got more mastery. Let's see, how much meat did we get? So 1767. Oh, by the way, Mallory, this is Garmoth, by the way. Such a good website to look at the different grind spots. Bear meat. I think that's the tiger meat. So 308. No, I can't read. 306. 841. I don't even put these in there because they never sell. Supreme Tiger. Supreme Tiger Hide. Which one is that? Oh, okay, I got 2 of that. So 2 Supreme. Okay, I got 120 of those. Got 1 of those. All right, so I got 1 of the crystal. And the crystal sells for about 400 million. We got 1 of these, which we'll say sells for about 700 million. Oh, wait. Uh-huh. 700 million. Yeah. All right. And then we got 28 of that. 125. Pig blood. 7863. Bear blood. I didn't really kill too many bears. Did I get any bear blood? I don't know if yeah, I did. 377. Let's see. 377. 136. Pig hide really never sells. These hides don't really sell too much. I'll put it in though here at some point. Let me see. So black gem 44. 5. 131. 20. Well, I only got 27 of these this time. 6. All right, I think. Yeah, okay. Oh, I guess I should. You think I'm strong enough to do duo Decia Taurus with you? I don't know. Wait, there's a Decia. Wait, you can do Decia Tauros? You can do a Decia duo spot? I didn't even know that was a thing. That'd be kind of cool. Huh. So yeah, looks like this is about what I made in 1 hour. 1.7 billion ish. Probably should take taxes out, huh? 1.5 billion after taxes. But again, a lot of that, half of the money is from the 2 crystal drops. Yeah, they're taxes. I should probably. Okay, I did do the taxes there. Oh yeah, you said check Armoth. Hold on, let me see. Let's see. So grinding. So we can see my numbers here. So Gyfin, I've gotten the most silver. Gyfin's such a really good spot. I know I've done Centaur. Did I not? Have I not put Centaurs in here? Let's see. Centaurs. I guess I never put Centaurs in here. Lol. Yeah, Centaurs will, if you use Agris, which is this up here, right? And there's a quest you can see right there, level 56, and then level 58, and then level 60, and you can cap out at 100,000 Agris, which will again just increase the amount of trash loot you get, which is so important for a lot of the different grind spots. Which if we look at the Monster Zone info and we look at Centaurs, so right there, right? And you can see right here, Agris Fever. So this consumes less Agris Fever points. So you can essentially do like your daily Agris limit for 1 hour for the most part. But let me pull up the, you said it's Dekia group, I guess, is it a group spot? Dekia, this one? Oh, I need to do global. This one. $20,000 trash. Oof, recommended APDP though, 310 over 400. That could maybe be worth a shot. Yeah, we might have to try it one night. I'd be down. Oh yeah, by the way, these numbers aren't the most accurate too. So they give a decent average, but can definitely not be the most accurate. But like if we look at Centaurs, so Centaurs 469 million, right? But watch this. When I add in Agris, okay. So now it's 726. So that just shows you how important Agris is, right? That bumps it up like 200 plus more mil. Goes from 450 to 726, right? Huge, huge. And that's just because this is an Agris efficient spot. Okay, let me show you the Land of the Morning Light bosses real quick. They're really cool. Mechanics are pretty cool. Again, the money is really not the greatest, but it's still a lot of fun. So this is my wizard. All right. What am I looking for? I did one of the rift bosses, the normal one, and that was rough. Yeah. Pretty cool costume. Yeah, this is Ash Force, by the way. I could probably show you. This place right here aesthetically is so cool. I'm not gonna lie. It's been a hot minute since I've used my wizard. Yeah, such a cool spot. The money's not the greatest. Pet. I keep forgetting my pet, dude. He's a big boy. Yeah, I always forget my pet. It's so annoying. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. You're the best. Black Shrine. There it is. Is that actually a pet? Yeah, I guess you could say it's a pet. Yeah, it's a damaged pet. I mean, he'll stay spawned in, and like, for instance, if I go attack these mobs, he'll attack them. So, go my pet, go attack. What are you doing? Go attack. But yeah, essentially you have a yeah, it's not an actual like it's not like these. It's not these pets that pick up the loot. But yeah, you have a fire pet, which is this guy, and then you have a water pet, which is this guy or girl. Well, at least she's attacking him, I guess. All right, leave me alone. All right, so Black Shrine. So I'll show you this one. And I'll do like maybe Calamity 4. And I'm going to get wrecked. Yeah, which is pretty cool. I'm about to get wrecked. So this is the boss that I'll be fighting. And like there's different calamity levels, like 1 through 7, I think is what's released right now. And so each calamity, like the higher you go, the more like crazy it gets. And then like more like different mechanics there are. But yeah, I'm probably gonna die here and pretty soon. Yeah, see, I just got one shot. It's also been a while since I've done this boss. So the I don't remember the mechanics of it. Curse again. My bad. Oh, I don't care. It's fine. But yeah, that's one. Let's see. Let's see. Bamboo. But yeah, there's a whole bunch of different kind of Black Shrine bosses. And I guess here soon, I guess next week, they'll be releasing the party 5, the group Black Shrine bosses. So you can party up with a group of 5 people and do it. So that will encourage kind of more, group play. But yeah, super cool game. Welcome to the community. All of these are solo. So all of these are solo, but I think it's next week. Is it next week or the week after? Whatever the 10th is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's next week. They'll be releasing I guess Black Shrine 2, and those bosses will be group bosses where a group of 5 players can take on the boss. So it's designed for a 5-player group. So that'd be kind of cool. But these are solo. Yes, these are solo. I need to do my dark rifts at some point, but that won't happen tonight. I should take a look and see. I can't believe they released these. Can the wizards still get it? Can the wizards still get the berserker outfit too? Yeah, okay. Where's the helmet at? There's no where's the helmet? Oh, there it is. I guess you just don't get the sword. I can't believe they put this back in the game. Like this was like like if you had this on your account, like you were straight OG. So now I feel like that costume is not going to be as original, which is super unfortunate. Oh, look at that. The Eagles are winning 31-29. It's a pretty good game. Let's go back and watch the highlights. Oh, Saquon Barkley, 2 touchdowns, 109 yards. He's on my fantasy team. But yeah, this is like, I've had this costume. When did they release the event? Back in like 2018 or something like that? But I guess now the most original costume that I'll have is this one here. So the only way you can get this costume that I have is if you pre-ordered the game when it first came out. So I guess this is now the most exclusive costume. So yeah, this is the only one that you can get if you pre-order the game back in 2016. Now they do have this one here, which is like pretty much the same thing, but the difference with this one is you can't dye it. So that's how you know if you have the exclusive one or not. The one that you can buy in the marketplace, you can't dye this one. It just stays this color. So like if I try to go dye it, yeah, so it's not even up there for me to dye. But if I put where'd it go? Gosh, this inventory will make you just go crazy. There it is. But if I try to dye this one, right, I can dye it. But yeah, this is the OG original or the exclusive costume. You can dye the armor. Oh yeah. Most armors you can dye. But yeah. But yeah, that's the helmet and the costume or the armor. I usually like to run this one though. This helmet. Yep. Guess I'll have to keep this costume on now. Because everyone's going to have the Berserk outfit. Oh well. Alright, I'm going to switch over. What class is this? This is the warrior class. This was my main class back in 2016 until like last year. Yeah, Warriors really cool. It's just not. It lacks behind a lot of other classes. Let's put it that way. So it's probably like middle of the pack, but it is a pretty cool class. All right, let me see here. I'm gonna put it on my video here. Or wait, camera only. I mean, I don't know why my room's so dark right now. For some reason, like that light. I'm gonna change it over to Runescape. Do a quest here. Let's see. Yo, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's see. I'm going to lurk a while, throw a game of League. Thank you so much for the advice. I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, hanging out. Absolutely. Yeah, welcome to BDO. It's a lot. It's a lot to take in. But just take your time. Look up some guides on YouTube, like some new player guides. And just remember, it's more of a marathon, not a sprint. Just try to enjoy the game. Take it at your own leisure and don't get too overwhelmed with all the crazy complex mechanics. Let's see. I will show you how far I'm in here in a second. Let's see. Maybe. Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. It's just it's like a different vibe, you know? Disconnected from the server. I've been farming like crazy. Like what, just like grinding your skills? I'm up to 12 mil GP. Right now, just killing Chaos Druids. Dude, that's crazy. Wait, you have 12 million silver coin? Whatever it's called. Let's see. Back to stream. Yeah, I get you. Silver. Yeah. So, you trying to like... You trying to give me like 1 million of that? Huh? I was joking. Nah, shoot, I appreciate the amount of silver you gave me last time, honestly. So I did the waterfall quest. Right? So I did the waterfall quest. So I got to 30. And then I just completed the rescue quest. No idea what you do with it. Honestly, I probably would just. I'm just honestly just using the silver to buy my quest items, so I can complete the quest easier. So the restless ghost. I think this will be a pretty easy quest. Talk to Father in the Lumbridge Church. I can get it to you real quick. Wait. Get what to you real quick? Welcome to the church. I'm looking for a quest. That's lucky. I need someone to do a quest for me. The gold. Oh, no. You don't have to give me any gold. No, I was just messing. I still have like 95 gold, 95,000 gold. Get 3 to 400k just killing druids. Now, is that like semi-passive? Or are you like actively doing it? Like actively doing it? Yeah. Oh, really passive, like low key. That's crazy. Okay, let me help you then. Thank you. The problem is there's a ghost in the church graveyard. I would like you to get rid of it. Ooh. They get in the area and they aggro themselves. Oh, okay. I'm in the wild though, because PvP is active. Ah, so there's like there's a risk to it. If you need any help, my friend Father is an expert on ghost. I believe he's currently living as a hermit in Lumbridge Swamp. He has a little shack in the far west of the swamps. Exit the graveyard through the south. Swamp. I'm sure if you told him that I sent you, he'd be willing to help. Pleased to meet you. Hey, pleased to meet you too. All right. Let's see. Where do I need to go? Put down my red carpet. So wait, what's you're like what, level 60, 70 for your combat? $70. Gosh, and you've only been playing for like 3 weeks, dude. That's crazy. Go away, I'm meditating. Father Eric sent me to talk to you. I suppose I better talk to you then. What problems has he got himself into this time? He's got a ghost haunting his graveyard. Oh, that silly fool. I leave town for just 5 months, and already he can't manage. Oh, I can't go back and extra. I vowed not to leave this place until I had done a full 2 years of prayer. Oh my gosh, he's staying for 2 years? Tell you what I can do though. Take this amulet. Amulet of Ghost Speak. So called because when you wear it, you can speak to the ghost. They're doomed because they have left some important task uncompleted. Maybe if you know what the task is, you can get rid of the ghost. I'm not making any guarantees, mind you, but it is the best I can do right now. Hey, awesome. Okay. I feel like I vaguely remember this quest back in the day. Like way back in the day. Uh-oh. There it is. Oof. Ooh. I'm sorry I don't speak ghost. Never mind. Alright, I gotta put the thing on. Okay, now I should be able to talk to him. Not very good, actually. What's the problem? Did you just understand what I said? Yep, now tell me what the problem is so I can help you. Let me again. Yeah, I have no idea why you're doomed to be a ghost. Well, to be honest, I'm not sure. Rest in peace. Warlock has come along, stole my skull. If you look inside my coffin there, you'll find a corpse without a head on it. Okay, I'll try to get the skull back for you, then you can rest in peace. It is so dull being a ghost. Poor guy. Alright, enter the wizard's tower basement. Search the altar. A level 13 will appear and attack you, but you can just run away. Leave the basement, open the ghost. Search the coffin. Yo, brother, did you see Dr. Disrespect's video? Or have you been keeping up with any of that? Which one? Well, like, he just started streaming again today. Well, like, he started streaming today for the first time in a couple months, and like he was telling his side of the story of the whole thing. Kind of crazy. He had like 100,000 viewers, and people were like donating him money like crazy. Like, he had like one, I think he had multiple donations, but one of them was like a $500 donation. Like, absolutely insane. Not gonna lie, I don't think I could ever make the mistake he ever did. Yeah, it's mind blowing. And then regardless, I haven't seen it yet. Make excuses for it. Yeah, I mean, the first thing I saw was just crazy. Yeah. I mean, he was pretty much just saying like, the Twitch, I guess, ex-employees were, I guess, somewhat lying about the whole, like, the true story of it all. Yeah. Yeah, it's very odd. I've actually never really watched him, to be honest with you. I don't know, his personality is just, it's way out there. It's like, it's too much. Like, personalities like that are just not. Neither did I. Yeah. Exactly. Like, I'm not really one for, like, watching someone, like, scream and all that stuff. I like more kind of the mellow, just chill people. Oh, look, I got a +5. Yeah, that's right. I'm full health. Look at this combat. Now this is combat right here. Oh, I didn't have to kill him then, huh? Honestly, huge. Well, I mean, I appreciate you calling me huge and everything. I'm assuming you're probably talking about my combat level being huge. Oh gosh. All the above. Ah, you're too sweet. But yeah, back to the Dr. Disrespect. It's just so crazy. Like if everything that he was claiming that they were claiming was like, you know, pretty much false, or they weren't accurately like describing it correctly, then I don't understand why he doesn't sue for defamation. Like I feel like if he doesn't sue for defamation, then he's still hiding something, you know? Like why would you not do that? Like why would you not sue? It's very odd. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was saying that like the person, I guess, wasn't considered a minor, I guess. Uh, who knows? It's definitely a, yeah, I don't know. Uh, yeah, probably not. Probably not. I got your skull. Thank you, stranger. Nice. Hey, I got to level 9 prayer. Whatever that means. 23. Wait, what went to 23? These are already level 30. I don't know. All right, let's look at the next quest here. Rune Mysteries. Ability to use the rune crafting skill. Make ability to mine rune in pure essence. Okay. Whatever that means. Where is it at? Set target. You can make them, etc. So magic runes, you can make them. Is the magic rooms like the things you can, like, I guess, do spells with? Like magic? Like the Wind Strike, Confuse. Yeah, and there are also multiple spell books. Huh. I think rune crafting is one of the hardest spells to level. Skills. Uh, uh. Talk to Duke. Greetings. Okay, what do you need help with? Talisman. Over the wizards. Would you be willing to take it to them for me? Sure. No problem. Yeah. Why not? We'll head on over there, give him the old necklace. Let me just put down my red carpet. It's first I need to find it though. Oh wait, I'm going back there. Man, yeah. You know, I think it'd be so cool if they would just add horse mounts into this game. Like, how do you suggest content? Like, can we put a poll in the game just to gauge and see what the player base feels like putting like a horse mount, like a horse skill into the game? You know? Polls. Ha 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 ha. That's where I need to go. What? I did not say to cut a tree. Hey, look. There's a unicorn. Like, I should be able to sneak up on that, get my rope, and lasso it down so I can ride it. I think the sailing skill will be pretty cool once it's released. Welcome, adventurer, to the world-renowned Wizard's Tower. Why are we down in the basement? Or the cellar? We should be in the tower. Yep, keep talking. I'm not interested. Nope. We can cast spells. We do so using the power of runes. These runes are crafted from a highly unique material. Different altars create different runes. The process of viewing runes is called rune crafting. Legend has it this was a common art, but the secrets of how to do it were lost until under 200 years ago. The rediscovery of rune crafting had such a large impact on the world that it marked the dawn of the Fifth Age. It was burnt down. Members of our own order, they followed the evil god of chaos, and they wished to claim our magical discoveries in the name. Burnt down, much was lost with important information, a spell that could be used to teleport to a hidden essence mine. Precisely, rune essence is the material used to make runes. I do all magic leaves traces. From what I can tell, this house was used heavily during the time of the first tower. We've taken to the essence mine away. Go think that it was the hidden lumberage all this time. Best of luck. Cool. So how does how does the mod thing work on Twitch? It's like if someone like types in like a cuss word, it like just deletes the message. Holds it for moderation. Oh. Huh. So I guess if no one really addresses it, then it just stays there. Then I can deny or allow it based off of your mod settings. Huh. You also have words that are just perma-banned. Okay. They won't show up at all. Gotcha. Yeah, I guess there probably are specific words that should be avoided. That's for sure. So has timed out. Could sometimes just pop up. I gotcha. I wish there was an easier way to see this, like the quest helper. I guess if I zoom out, it's a little bit more noticeable. I know the little blue arrow pops up. Set target. I don't remember even asking or telling my character to chop that log, but it just did, and I leveled up to level 2. Cool. Yeah, I don't know how YouTube's moderation works. No clue. I don't even know if that even has like a moderation to it. No idea either. Yeah. I think the bottom line for Twitch though, as long as you do something to handle it, prevent it, it'll be fine. Yeah. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's so funny though how like all of the big YouTubers, when their contract ended, they're now multi-streaming, or they just went straight back to Twitch. Like, that just shows you like how bad the quality or the user experience of YouTube live is just not good at all. Like Twitch live streaming is definitely much better in terms of like just the community surrounding it is just better, more user friendly, more I guess visually appealing, easier to do as well. Like YouTube live streaming is a pain in the rear end. Twitch is better quality, but doesn't. Yeah, that's the thing they don't do exactly. That's the catch. That's the catch. There's no good like way to expose yourself. That's why like if you want to grow streaming or your community, like doing YouTube videos is so important to get that exposure. Like I definitely average a lot more viewers on YouTube than on Twitch. Just because people might be watching one of my videos and they just click on and see that I'm live. But I really don't think YouTube even cares about YouTube Live. They actually advertise a lot. Do they? YouTube advertises a lot about YouTube Live. People don't go to YouTube for live, specifically on like Twitch, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yep. Yep. I gotta walk all the way back here. What is this? What happened to that murder quest? That was cool. That murder mystery quest was really cool. Yeah, my issue is I'm just not very consistent with streaming. Like my main focus is making YouTube videos and then streaming second. Like I probably should be working. I probably should be editing a video right now, honestly. We're getting there. Yo, what up, Dax? What's up? What's up? I'm just doing some good old quest. What are you up to? Just having some fun questing. Got a lot of quests to do. A lot of quest. It's kind of cool that it shows you the requirements like that, though. What are you up to? Quest upper. Ah, gaming in bed. How does your quest? Have you delivered my research? Yes, I have. He gave me some notes to give to you. Wonderful. Let's have a look then. Yes, this is it. The lost incantation. So we'll be able to access the Essence Mine now. That's right. Because of you, our order finally has a proper source of rune essence again. Thank you, my friend. If you ever want to access the mine yourself, just let me know. It's the least I can do. Are you having a good night? Yeah, I'm having a pretty good night. I'm actually about to hit the sack. Your boy is getting tired. I'm gonna finish this quest here. My wife's gotta work tomorrow, so it's gonna be just me and my son all day until she gets off. It'll be an all-day football. All-day football event. Nice. That was an easy quest for the most part. Just talking to people. Imp catcher. A black bead, a white bead, a red bead, a yellow bead. Like one of each. You can kill imps for these beads or buy them on the Grand Exchange. Imps level 2 if you plan on collecting the beads yourself. Oh, it's at the Wizard's Tower. I don't even know where the imps are at. Alrighty, well, I think I'm gonna call it there for the night. And hit the sack. Oh, I just got back. Enjoy your night, man. Get some good sleep. Yeah, I'll try to. Oh wait, you can see my wife sleeping. I don't know how she sleeps through all of my talking. It's pretty impressive, honestly. But yeah, hey, I appreciate it. Hope y'all have a good night as well, and I hope y'all have a good day tomorrow. Have a good day tomorrow. Enjoy, my guy. Cool. Thank y'all. Hope y'all have a good day. Peace. Yep. Good night, Dax.